It's time for another Dark Crown Prince guide. I can't believe the last one I made was 4 months ago. Let's check out how to get the top 50.
7k dreamer please.
So these are my soul skills. Only level 3 and level 2, purely from adventure and arena. So don't worry about, thinking about spending for this. So let's start with the run. Firstly will be to cast Rachel's Phoenix as usual to reduce damage. Then depending on what he uses, for here he uses Ready to Defend, so I actually use Ares' Crash It. This is to actually just to charge her Awakening Gauge, okay? Nothing more. And once he uses Ready to Counter, I'm gonna use Hayong's Shout of Souls to remove both buffs. Another thing about using Ares' Crash It is hopefully she does an additional speed attack so she can remove the buff, the Ready to Defend buff. So after he uses Fire at will, basically I'm not using Blaze to charge because I know he is using Mota after that. Mota will definitely push my Awakening Gauges up. And this provided you do have the Guild-In buff that increases your Awakening Gauge charge speed, okay? That's very important for this world boss. So basically after that, after everything is set up, you just have to use Totem Tens. And the point is to actually not rely on Hayong's buff too much because it's very time consuming. So as far as you can, Hayong's buff should only be reserved when you want to remove the buff. Okay, or you see that there is actually time and your skill cooldown allows for it, then you can use Hayong's buff. But otherwise, try not to use Hayong's buff and just spam Totem Tens. If you can see over here, sometimes my Ares counter and sometimes she doesn't. That is also because my Ares has very low counter for this. You'll see in her equipments later. So every time he uses Ready to Counter, I will definitely use Shout of Souls to remove it. If he uses Ready to Defend, then I will try to rely on the normal attack and hopefully he removes it. But a lot of Dark Crown Prince has to do with observing his skill cooldown. So you have to look carefully what is coming next. Then you can plan your next move. And the thing about having Kail and your level 2 soul skill here really helps, such that even if Ares doesn't counter like in this case, your Taka is ready. And you see that even if any Awaken's passive is not up, I'm still going to spam with Taka's skill because I don't want to waste the time. Because I know that the passive will come up anyway. If you have the Awakening, if you have the Guild-In buff to increase Awakening Gauge charge speed, it will come up after 1 or 2 attacks of Dark Crown Prince. So don't worry about that. And this part I took a gamble. I actually went for Totem Tens with his Ready to Defend, and then he uses Ready to Counter, which is very good because if he uses any other skill besides Ready to Counter, I'm gonna have a huge problem because I need to spend an extra skill and waste an extra skill to remove the buff. So here it went really well in my favor, and Dark Crown Prince is all about RNG. There's 4 skills he's gonna rotate. You have to be very flexible with your thinking and you have to observe his move very well, okay? But basically the general advice I can give you is to try to, not use Hayong's buff too much and not use Blaze too much. Because you can rely, if you have the Awakening Gauge charge speed Jewel and Guild buff in, I think you're pretty much set to have Ares and Rachel's Awakening passives up as soon as possible. Now I'm just trying my best to sustain I haven't thought of healing at this point because I think healing is a waste of time, so really just spam with Taka's skills, let him heal himself with Isabella's Vigor. So it's also very important that your front line has very good PvE armor and all maxed out and plus 10 in order to, you know, take on so many hits and still not die, so you don't have to waste time healing throughout the run. Unfortunately, over here he uses ready to counter, so I have to use Shard of Souls, otherwise my Taka will die. I have to remove the ready to counter buff so that my Taka can do one more hit. So yep, that's my score. And now we'll proceed on to masteries. Same masteries as before, nothing different. I hope all this has been set for you. If this is your first time watching, then you can set your World Boss masteries to such. Then we move on to Taka. Please note that for his jewel, there's a Lethal Rate jewel because there's no Lethal Rate guild-in buff because my guild has changed it to increase awakening gauge charge speed. Okay, that's very important. So you have to give him a Lethal Rate jewel, otherwise he won't proc lethal sometimes. Then going by speed, we have Ares first up. She actually has a chance to attack twice on basic attack. This will actually let her life steal more, and for her accessory you have to give her remove buff. So like Ares, Rachel and Ares only has one speed weapon. This is so that they won't do useless speed attacks and waste time. And also she has remove buff. And for her traits, give her receive less damage from universal heroes. For Eileen, one speed weapon as well and remove buff accessory. The jewels basically just more defensive and her traits really don't matter at all. Lastly, for Hayoung, one speed weapon as well, remove buff, so the front line is all having the same accessory, defensive jewels and also reduce damage from universal heroes. So that is all I have for this World Boss Guide Dark Crown Prince. I hope it helped you. It's been a very long while, I know, that I made a Dark Crown Prince video, and I'm very happy that I got this score. So hopefully you can get that high score as well, and if you found this video helpful, do give it a like and do subscribe to my channel for more guides coming your way. Thank you so much and I'll see you